I've been waiting. Sunshine, why you playing? With my head on the time, you go way out of line.
Hey, it's your girl Serene and welcome back to my channel. So if you're new here, welcome. Thank you for joining me and us. Please don't forget to subscribe, like, comment, share, and hit that notification bell on your way out so you'll be notified each time I upload a video. So today I'm coming to discuss the 3 ex-Minneapolis police officers who were involved with George Floyd's death, right along with Officer Chauvin, Derek Chauvin, who's already been convicted and sentenced in his state and federal case. He will be serving 22.5 years in a federal prison for his part in the killing of George Floyd. Now it is time for the other 3 officers who were also part of the scene. That will be the ex-officer Thomas Lane and the other, I'm not sure how to pronounce his last name. So it looked like it could be King. I'm not sure, but I'll put it up here on the side with his picture, his name. And then the other one is Tao. So that's the 3 officers. So they had their first pre-trial court date in federal court Monday. And basically this is when they put in their lawyers put in a lot of motions, the prosecutors put in their motions, and then now the judge will have to decide on them. Hopefully we'll hear something about the judge decision at least by today, which is Wednesday that I'm giving you this video. This video is going to be uploaded. So hopefully the next video I will have the judge decisions on these motions that they filed for. So Thomas Lane lawyer is Earl Gray, and he is asking that the 10-year-old girl that testified in Derek Chauvin's trial not be permitted to testify in this federal court case against his client Thomas Lane. He believed her testimony is being used to invoke sympathy from the jury, and really it's no other reason for her to be testifying but to invoke sympathy, which he's trying to stop. Kong, I don't know, Kueng, I'm not sure how you pronounce that. If y'all do, put it in the comments. Anywho, his lawyer, Tom Plunkett, he's trying to get the paramedics that picked up George Floyd, he's trying to get it where they're not permitted to testify whether or not George Floyd was dead or alive when they picked him up. They feel that's irrelevant to their case. He also wants to permit 2 videos of George Floyd interacting with police officers, 2 separate incidents of him interacting with police officers as proof that he was not claustrophobic like he told them in the video the day he died. And then Tao's lawyer, who is Bob Pauley, he wants to He wants to ban the prosecutors from asking the witnesses how they felt about watching basically what was happening to George Floyd. He don't want the prosecutors to be allowed to ask them how they felt about what was happening to George Floyd in the video or as they were standing there watching it. He also wants to stop the firefighter who witnessed what was happening. She was a firefighter paramedic. He wants to also stop her from wearing her uniform when she testified in court. The prosecutors are asking that the defense be barred from including evidence about the culture of Minneapolis Police Department in past use of force complaints. I'm thinking the point of this is they're probably going to bring in a lot of the fact that Derek Chauvin had a lot of use of force complaints, because he did. And that because according to the 3 ex-officers, their whole defense is it wasn't them. It was Derek Chauvin that did the crime. On top of it, he was the senior officer at the scene, and they were just following orders from a senior officer. I don't know. That don't seem like a good defense to me, but hey, you know, that's on them. The federal charges that all 3 men are facing is that they violated. I could say the word, I promise. They violated George Floyd's civil rights. They are asking for their state trial to be postponed while they deal with the federal case first. Their federal trial is this month on the 20th, January 20th. Their state trial is supposed to begin March of this year. So I don't know if they're going to reschedule it or how they're going to do it. It seemed like the judge is pretty much saying, if we just go ahead and get stuff in here and flow through, it's no reason to reschedule the state trial. So I don't know, but we'll see. Because it's supposed to be a lot of experts, and of course they're probably going to have the same witnesses that testified in Derek Chauvin against him for the prosecution. Prosecution probably going to have them same people come in for this prosecution too, which would make sense. I do, however, know that in one of the instances for the I know that for the one who, I think it was Pluckett, yeah. The one that's saying that, no, it's Paulie, who wants to ban the prosecution from asking about how the witnesses felt. I know the prosecution is trying to get that one denied because they're saying that goes into the frame of mind of the officers at the scene that the witnesses were witnessing at the time. So we'll see how that go. I also know they brought up a code that's in the officers' training that when they see someone is injured and they're not breathing, they are supposed to immediately begin to try to give them help, resuscitation, all of that. They're supposed to immediately jump in to help save the person's life, which they did not when it came to George Floyd. I don't know how that's going to go over and how that's going to go, that's going to do. And I also don't understand why they would take up, well, I guess I would say for Thomas Lane, he questioned Derek Chauvin in the video over what? I think 2 times at least, he said in the video, shouldn't we be putting him on his side? Shouldn't we be putting him on his side? So, I feel like, senior officer or not, it should have been a, come on, let's put him on his side type of move at this, especially once, even if you, okay, let's say he was confused in the beginning with this technique that Derek Chauvin was giving. Sometime in between all this time, it should have been like, okay, let's just turn him on his side. It's not like he's going to move or go anywhere. Let's just turn him on his side. It should have been a more forceful thing. Regardless of somebody being your senior officer. So my thing is, if he would have led y'all into gunfire, y'all was just going to follow him? But y'all was just going to follow him and get shot up? I mean, this whole, we was only following the senior officer, no, I don't like it. Y'all sound like a bunch of kids to me. I understand you should listen to your supervisors in any job, but I also understand that when something's not right, it's not right, and you stand on what's not right, what's wrong or what's right. And y'all, yeah, no, y'all, yeah, sat by and watched this man die, and then, yeah, when he didn't have a pulse, nobody tried to render him aid at all. And now y'all want to cry, it's not our fault, but it is part of you. You're part of the fault. You continue to hold him down and restrain him right along with Derek Chauvin. And none of you can say that y'all felt he was using a actual train technique. So, yeah. Can't wait to see how this go down in the court. But, yeah, that's pretty much all of what was discussed this Monday in court. Like I say, hopefully the judge will give the decisions pretty quickly. I don't see him banning the firefighter paramedic from wearing her uniform in court, because if I'm not mistaken, I think that when you're in those positions, you have to wear your uniforms to court. I think it's a must, if I'm not mistaken. If I am, I will let you guys know if I was wrong. But if I'm not mistaken, I think those guys, whether they're a firefighter, police officer, paramedic, I think they all have to go to court in their uniform. That is what they're supposed to wear when they are in court testifying. Because I think a lot of them still be on call, because you would hear the judge say, do you have to start a shift? Are you on call? Or because you know they make exceptions for them to go to court and even go back to work. So anywho, we'll see how that go. But I don't believe they will ban her from wearing her uniform. And on top of it, banning her from wearing her uniform still not going to stop the people, the jury, from knowing she was a paramedic. All they gotta do. She's a paramedic. She's a paramedic for the firefighter department, period. Ain't no way around that. So, anywho, I also don't think the judge will ban them from asking the witnesses how they felt about what they were observing, for the simple fact they are witnesses. Is what they're testifying to, what they saw, what they felt, the witness. So I doubt if they get that either. I don't know. They might be able to succeed in having the 10-year-old not testify. But I wouldn't be shocked if the judge allowed her to still testify, because her testimony was powerful too. But I think he's underestimating the fact that some of the other witnesses' testimonies were even more powerful than the little girls. hers was powerful, don't get me wrong. But the older gentleman that was there, baby, when he broke down and cried in Derek Chauvin's trial, honey, that wasn't no little breakdown cry. That was a cry from the gut, honey. That cry that man had came from the gut. That's deep. I bet you that penetrated them jurors more than the 10-year-old, because she didn't even cry. She was just, you know, a little baby voice giving a testimony. Of course, we couldn't see her face, but you could just hear her little baby voice talking, and of course it was powerful. But baby, that cry that elderly gentleman gave, I still can hear it right now. His cry. That was a gut cry. That came from the gut. Anywho, I can't wait to see how this go for these 3 men, because I do believe they should get some time for not standing up to do what was right. And they know just as much as we know, y'all should have got that man off that man's neck, period. End of story. So, with that being said, if you made it to the end of my video, thank you. And please do not forget to subscribe, like, comment, and share. Do not forget to hit that notification bell so you can be made aware every time I upload a video. And thank you and have a wonderful day. Mwah.
I swear I give you my tomorrow.